Good morning, Magic. I'm Gavin Verhey from Wizards of the Coast, and Time Spiral Remastered is just around the corner. In fact, previews start later this week, and I thought today would be a great time to walk you through what to expect in the set, and maybe just tell you a few things you didn't already know. Let's do it. One of the things I've thought about a lot as a Magic game designer is that we spend a ton of time carefully crafting and building these draft environments, and then you get to play with them and you love them. But after the new set comes out, the old block is gone, and unless you show up on Magic Online at the right time, or you manage to track down a box, you will never get to draft that set. And so for people coming into the game right now, they'll never get to play sets like Innistrad, or Rise of the Eldrazi, or Time Spiral. So I had an idea. What if we took an awesome old draft format and updated it with everything we know today? For example, we could use things that we learned the first time around and update the draft format, and also add a lot of modern quality of life improvements like putting tokens in the packs. The only question was which block to do. And so I picked one of my favorite draft formats of all time, and probably my favorite block in all of Magic history, Time Spiral block. And thus, Time Spiral Remastered. A fun fact about the set, by the way, is that it actually predates Arena's remastered sets. So we were working on this before Kaladesh Remastered or Amonkhet Remastered were being worked on. The place it actually takes the most inspiration from is Tempest Remastered, a Magic Online only set many years ago. Now I'm sure all of you really just want to hear details about the set, so here we go. The main set has 289 cards in it, and these cards are pulled from all three sets in the Time Spiral block. So not just Time Spiral, but also Planar Chaos and Future Sight as well. And yes, there are tokens appearing here in the packs too, which is something you didn't get in the packs of the original sets. Okay, so that's the main set. Now let's talk about the bonus sheet, because this is a pretty big deal. The inspiration here was the original Time Spiral set. In packs of the original Time Spiral, you would get one per pack, a time-shifted card. It appeared in the old card frame and was a card from somewhere in Magic's history. They were also standard legal, which meant that the goofy reprint of Dragonstorm got to accidentally run all over standard for a while. Now that won't be a problem this time around though, because Time Spiral Remastered is not a standard legal set, so we're safe there. And while we're talking about the original bonus sheet, it's a great time to note that none of the cards on that original bonus sheet show up in Time Spiral Remastered. Why? Because the original 121 cards were out of time. They didn't belong in the set. No, this time around we've got 121 new cards taking the place of those old bonus sheet cards. Now this bonus sheet very much follows the philosophy of the original Time Spiral bonus sheet. They all have a purple expansion symbol, they're a really wild smorgasbord of cards, and none of the cards on this bonus sheet appeared in the original Time Spiral block. So far, we've shown you 4 cards from this sheet. There's Chalice of the Void, Path to Exile, Relentless Rats, and you might have missed it if you weren't looking, but in Kaldheim's The List, there was Cranial Plating, which was a little preview of Time Spiral Remastered. Now I do want to stress that just like the original bonus sheet, this is a very eclectic group of cards. Yes, you have top level tournament staples like Chalice of the Void and Path to Exile, but you also have cards that really just evoke memories like Relentless Rats. So don't expect every card in this set to be a top level tournament banger. And while I'm setting expectations about what you can find here, and to quash any rumors, there are no cards in the Planar Chaos frames or in the Future Sight frames in these slots. They're all the old Magic card frame. Additionally, there are no Planeswalkers that show up here in the old Magic card frame. All that said, there are a ton of very exciting cards on this list, and it's all across formats too. There's stuff for Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, Vintage, Commander. We even made sure a couple of the cards were legal for Standard, and there's some stuff for Pauper too. Really a little something for everybody. There is one other old card frame card worth mentioning, and that's Lotus Bloom. This is the release promo for Time Spiral Remastered. Now you might notice it breaks a few of the rules I outlined before. For example, it's from the original Time Spiral block, and it doesn't have a purple expansion symbol. Well, it really made a lot of sense to do here. Lotus Bloom was the original pre-release card for Time Spiral, and with that Christopher Rush artwork, it was a great throwback. Additionally, you won't find it in the main set. This version of Lotus Bloom is only available as the release promo. I know for me, as the lead architect on this set, my hope is that it's so popular, I'll get to do more like it. So let me know in the comments down below which sets you'd like to see remastered next.
And on behalf of both me and Ben Hayes, the designer, thank you so much, and I hope you really enjoy the set.
Now let's talk about previews. They kick off this Thursday, and I'm going to have a new Good Morning Magic episode every weekday of previews showing off brand new cards. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. So I'm moving my Wednesday episode to Thursday this week so I can kick off into previews. I'll talk with you again then. And in the meantime, may you have a lot of fun revisiting an old favorite. You got this. White needs more tools. So a design goal for 2020 across the whole design team was to find ways to give White those tools. So from vision design to play design to the Council of Colors and everywhere in between, we were all working on trying to come up with these tools and give White new tools that still preserved its unique identity across not just Commander, but all Magic formats.